Okay, I think we're live now, are we? Yeah, we should be. So thanks everyone for joining. So it's gonna be the Tenset AMA with Alaska Gold Rush. So I think we'll kick things off with if everyone just wants to introduce themselves and explain their role in the project. So we start with you, Rafael.
Yeah, hello. My name is Rafael. I am CEO of Alaska Gold Rush. I have over 10 years of experience in running digital media agency, and 5 years of it I spent in the crypto business, actively researching projects and investing in the early phases. And as an avid gamer, I focused on play-to-earn projects, and together with our present CTO, Przemek, and my business partner Sylvia, I decided to create our own game. Today we are also with Nicole and Luis, who are core members of Alaska Gold Rush. So guys, feel free to introduce yourself as well.
Hi, my name is Sylvia. I'm a co-founder of Alaska, and I'm in crypto space from 4 years. And at the beginning, my activity was mainly based on educating people on Telegram groups, and that's how I found my way to crypto society, where currently I deal with business development and fundamental analysis. And I'm also a shareholder of Digital Asset Venture. And also, I'm a gamer. I'm a big fan of The Witcher, God of War, and Assassin's Creed. I'm spending evenings with a gaming pad in hand. So play-to-earn trend was part interest of me. And currently, with my business partner Rafał, Luis and Nicole, in cooperation with Polish stock-listed company Bake Games, we are creating our project Alaska Gold Rush.
So I'm Nicole, I'm CMO at Alaska Gold Rush. As Sylvia mentioned, I am co-founder along with Lewis at Crypto Society, which is a Telegram group where we like to onboard newbies into the crypto space. It's also where Rafael, Sylvia, and all of us met, and they kindly asked us to join them in this venture.
Awesome. And then just for me, I'm Dan, I'm the brand manager at Tenset. So I work a lot behind the scenes and particularly closely with the community. So then we'll kick things off. So how did Alaska all start? How did the vision begin?
So 2 years ago, Przemek, who is our CTO and head of Baked, wanted to create a game about Alaska anyway. And when we met each other, we got to some great conclusions that gold mining and crypto were perfectly together. And especially when it comes about the blockchain world, it's just natural. It is not forced at all. So if you could establish a sustainable economy and play-to-earn mechanism, you could make a gaming blockbuster that people would love to spend their free time on. And as you've seen on example of Red Dead Redemption, the gamers loved Wild West theme. So yeah, I know it sounds very ambitious. We don't have the same budget as Red Dead Redemption, but we've got like very devoted and focused team of developers and other team members that are doing our best to reach the at least similar level as Red Dead Redemption had, and add the play-to-earn layer to this title. So yeah, so here we are with the whole exciting ecosystem that we would love to tell you more about, guys.
Awesome. Yeah. So you mentioned about 2 years ago development began then? That's correct?
Play-to-earn layer. Yeah. So the game was supposed to happen anyway, but we like redesigned everything, expanded the world, because initially it was supposed to be like a casual game, but after we added different elements, put them all together, and designed it the way that everything is working, all the modules are working together with each other, it became such a huge product that it's not actually a game, just a game, but it's a whole ecosystem where you have like a metaverse hub, an open world where you can live the adventure, fill the quests, where you get the mining facilities, where you can find a job, where you can trade. So yeah, so this is where we are at now. So
Awesome.
yeah.
And who's developing the game then?
So our game is developing by Professional Gaming Studio. It's a Polish listed company. The name of the company is Bake Games. And their CEO is officially in our team. He's our CTO. And currently the whole studio is working mainly on Alaska. It's about 20 people, gaming developers and also graphic designers. And the last production of Bake Games, Prison Simulator Prologue, was downloaded on Steam about 700,000 times. Also received very positive opinion on Steam and brought nice profits to the company. Plus, the studio have large base of players from USA and Asia, and we are also going to use it for our project for Alaska.
Awesome. And then, so how did the storyline for Alaska get created?
Okay, so I will answer the question. So the real challenge that differs us to other titles is that we are aiming to make Alaska Gold Rush really entertaining. So after a long day at work, you know, you want to play Alaska Gold Rush, you want to grab a beer and spend some free time earning at the same time too. So to do this, we hired skilled script writers who are supporting us with interesting quests, story plots, twists, and even cliffhangers, because we're gonna update our game on regular basis with the new packs of quests. And yeah, as you probably saw, many other play-to-earn games are either a very simple card games or promises of something big, which is like taking years to make, and we already have a lot of work behind us. So once the foundation of the project was created, the first tools that help us to proceed faster, right now we got great tractions, and yeah, we're reaching another milestones like week by week. So even when you will visit our developers blog, you can see that every week we are updating our community with another amazing features that we want to share with them.
So that leads me on to, when do you think the first version of the game will be available, in beta or demo?
So currently we are completing a larger and more elaborate demo for our token hodlers, and the demo will be available right after the token listing, just to show our investor what kind of quality they can expect and at what we are working now. And next thing is just to reward them extra for staking. And the demo contains whole environment of Alaska forest. Also, there is a digging option, felling tree option, shooting to animal option, and shooting to bandits who attack us. So the player will not get bored because they always can die. And the whole game will be available within, I think, 6 or 8 months for every players.
Really cool. So then where will the game be available to play? It's going to be PC based, is it?
So yeah, at this moment we are focused on releasing Alaska Gold Rush on the PC. It won't be a mobile game, but at the same time we committed the first steps to release actually we're not promising anything in our team that we cannot deliver, but I can tell you that we are discussing about releasing Alaska Gold Rush on the mobiles and 9th generation consoles as well. You asked Dan about VR. So VR will be implemented as well, but it will be like a cherry on the top. It will be implemented on the later stage. You can find this point on our roadmap, and of course it's still valid. And yeah, our studio has a lot of experience with developing VR products as well, VR related products. And based on our experience, we know that actually putting the whole complex ecosystem that we are creating, the whole game to the VR would be, how do you say it? It would make you tired to play with your goggles on for hours and hours and hours. And we want to create such a interesting story loop and the game that you won't just spend, let's say, 10 minutes a day playing Alaska. So even after playing with your goggles for an hour, you get very tired. So we want to just put the most interesting modules, like for example, dog sled rides or saloon visits. We want to make them like an addition to let you feel the the whole vibe of Alaska and to live these adventures. Because, for example, they mentioned dog sled rides. The mechanics of the races are so realistic that once you put the goggles, it's very exciting. But if you take like the mining module and you have a pickaxe, after let's say, I don't know, 15 minutes of mining, it would make you a bit dizzy. So this is why we want to pick the best modules and then make them available on the VR. But VR is still valid.
Yeah, that makes sense. Then a question we got from the community was asking about, they'd noticed Alaska Gold Fever on Steam. Do you want to maybe touch on that?
So maybe Sylvia, you tell something more about go-to-market, and I will answer one of the most frequent questions about Steam.
Yes, of course, because I know that Steam question is very hot. So if it comes on go-to-market strategy, we define it very carefully, our target group, which are mostly crypto enthusiasts, players, gamers, and also people who simply want to earn money online. And as I mentioned before, our studio Bake Games have large base of players from USA and from Asia also, but we are also very close to gaming guilds. We are partnering with few of them. Probably within weeks we will announce the name of the guilds, and they have active play-to-earn players. Also, we are publishing our game on play-to-earn aggregators. And next thing is that we are in contact with play-to-earn influencers who are very close to our target group. And the last thing is that we are going with Tenset, so I'm sure that we are in the right hands.
Yeah, and when it comes about Steam, I'm going back to my previous answer. I cannot disclose it right now, but as you probably saw, on Steam, you can see Alaska Gold Fever, and here is Alaska Gold Rush. So they get all the same details. So as I told you, we are in a very intensive negotiations about creating other products that will be part of Alaskan ecosystem. I mean, the mobile game, the console game, and as you probably saw, our developers' previous products will also released on Steam. So Steam is a platform of choice for many members of Alaskan community, and I mean the traditional gaming community, and our previous customers. And to bring them into the world of crypto, we're doing our best to bind all games and all the and all those products into one profitable ecosystem, which will allow to earn players of our flagship Alaska Gold Rush blockchain game. So Alaska Gold Rush will be released on crypto dedicated markets, but there are certain projects of the ecosystem that will be released under the same, how do you say it, franchise in the Steam. So so this is a part of our being in touch with our community that are used to the Steam communication and actually helping them to learn crypto and transfer them to another more Web3 oriented marketplaces and game aggregators as well.
Yeah, totally makes sense. Then a little vain question, but why did you choose Tenset? What drew you to Tenset?
Well, where do we begin? Well, as you guys are well aware, you're the largest launchpad by MCAP. You've delivered on quality projects. You're backed by well-known personalities, and you have a very engaging and loyal global community. So with your fair launch approach and your vital connections in the crypto space, I think along with your long-term vision and support for a project, I figure it was a no-brainer for us to want to partner up with you guys. Yeah, your
Awesome.
track record
Thank you for that. Okay, so then we move on to talking a bit about the game structure and the in-game economy. So how was the play to earn aspect designed?
So the economy of play to earn is a highly developing topic in Alaska because we are not a simple card game or simple clicker, and the whole architecture of play to earn relies on a balance between the tokens earned and the tokens the player will have to spend on necessary items in our game. And we've officially put the name of the company that will be auditing and testing our economy on our website, and this company is Machination. And also working for us is the play to earn architect, who is both analyzing the entire game specification and researching the need for the introduction of NFT, which will be sold for our in-game token earned.
Okay, awesome. And I guess we can reveal now that the tokenomics have been finally released on the light paper now, so anyone's able to go look at that. But maybe we could just touch on the basic tokenomics for the AGOR token.
Should we talk about the deflationary measures and all that? The light paper has been uploaded, so everybody can have a look at it. Well, I think one of the biggest concerns is always that, the inflation aspect. And so it's incredibly important to us to ensure that there are deflationary measures put in place. We're strategizing and integrating these measures as the game is being developed. One example of this would be, for example, that a gamer would need to use the in-game token to purchase NFTs, skins, upgrade their equipment, etc. One of the things that we're also looking into is having burning mechanisms done. So NFTs that were bought with these tokens could be burned, not the NFTs, but the tokens. We're also planning on launching some tournaments where people would have to maybe spend some tokens. Those could be burned. There'll be some buybacks. It's all being integrated, and obviously we have some help from people with a bit more experience that are guiding us as to how to create a balanced token economy.
Awesome. Yeah, the Tenset community would be happy to hear that. We're quite a big fan of burns over here. So then how will NFTs be incorporated into the ecosystem, and what's different types of NFTs will be possible for people to purchase?
Yeah, so actually, I believe that in comparison to the last bull run, the NFT bull run, where everybody was just focusing on very nice art, etc. Today, NFTs needs a good utility to actually be worth anything. So in Alaska Gold Rush, actually, each of our NFT collections will have some very strong utility behind it. And there are several collections that I can tell you about right now. So starting from the Origins collection, which was sold, I suppose it was last Friday on Tenset. Yeah. So this will give their holders, beside of the NFT Tenset utility itself, which is huge, and it gives access their holders to your future games. In Alaska Gold Rush, it will give access to early tests, and those early testers will have a certain advantage to those who start later, so they will benefit more. Then we've got a series of utility items, because as Sylvia mentioned, we're not just a simple clicker and where you need to click to mine the gold. It will make the the Alaskan world is very harsh and dangerous. You can easily die. It's important whether you play during the daytime or during the nighttime. There are like wild animals trying to kill you, and there are some bandits and thugs that also want to steal your gold. There will be even some mythological entities and creatures that will be very dangerous. So this is why you need to equip yourself into the good clothing, durable pickaxe, and strong pickaxe, and the weaponry. So you'll inside of Alaska Gold Rush, you'll have two types of items. One will be the basic items that are getting used within the time. So once they will get used, you need to replace them with a new one. But there are also NFTs that are like fancy skins for your items that will increase the items' damage, durability, will give you additional armor, and will like help you to grind your character faster, and will like let you earn more when playing Alaska mining modules. So these are the items that you can also trade. I mean, the NFTs that you can also trade, and they will make your like actually your adventure more profitable. There are also gold mines, which equals land sales. For example, if you take a look in some metaverse projects, there are lands, people are buying parcels, etc., etc. So in Alaska Gold Rush, you can be a gold mine owner, and when you become the gold mine owner, you can hire some miners, and actually each player can become a miner by finding a job inside the gold mine. So let's say you hire 10 miners. Each of them is earning money from themselves, but part of their profit they will need to spend on our deflationary mechanisms and also on paying to the gold mine owner. So let's say let's not stick to the numbers, because we will also release it in our white paper, but let's say that 90% stays with the miner, 5% goes to the deflationary, and 5% goes to the gold mine owner. So actually it makes it gives you an opportunity to earn passively. And yeah, people love passive incomes, but obviously the mines will be more expensive, and the profits from the mines will be from the mine sales will be also used to increase the value of the token and to make the in-game economy more sustainable. And yeah, and that's not all. Some percentage of company profits will be divided between our special collection of NFTs, and that will be also a part of our deal with Tenset. So yeah, we hope that actually we are doing like a favor to each other. So Tenset is helping us a lot, but we also want to reward your community and to give you some special deals as well. So yeah, so stay tuned for the next like exclusive Tenset collections.
Yeah, really cool. So what blockchain have you chosen?
If it comes on the blockchain, at the beginning we were mainly considering Solana, but after we saw the issues on this blockchain and also what happened with Terra Luna opened our eyes, and we decided to go multi-chain and not really on only one blockchain. And the next thing is that we are caring about cheap and very fast blockchain, keeping in mind low fees for our players, because we don't want a situation where the profits are eaten by high network fees. So currently we are talking to free blockchain about implementing our game. We can't reveal which one specifically yet, but I can say that they are blockchains that are perfect fit for the games. They are very cheap, fast, and have active NFT marketplaces. and that we are applying for the grants to implement our game on their blockchains, and also that one of them offer us invest in our game.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. And we discussed a little bit already, but just talk a little about the metaverse and open world opportunities.
So yeah, so you start your adventure with a certain set of tools, those items that I mentioned before, because Alaska is not only playing to earn game, but it's also free to play. So you can choose whether you want to do an adventure mode and start living the adventure and filling the quests, and also by filling those quests, you earn some boosters and items that will help you in the mining mode. So they will be helpful. It will be worth filling those quests to actually grind your character and mine more. So this will be one part of the game, and also you can go to the city. You can socialize with other players. You can start finding your employer. You can start. You can, for example, visit the hotel. You can visit the saloon. You can visit one of our partners' building, because we are preparing for each of our bigger partners. We are preparing a special building, which will help the players to get familiar with what are they doing, and they will also benefit from visiting those buildings. So this will be like a hub of buildings where you can interact with others, and you can have a virtual glass of whiskey and have a good time with your friends as well. Also, we are thinking, not thinking, because actually it's in a development mode at this point, but when it comes to the saloon, we've got some surprises for you. We know that people love mini games, and yeah, there will be an opportunity to have fun with your friends together inside of our Alaskan saloon too. And yeah, maybe spend, lose, or win some tokens inside our saloon games. So yeah.
Oh wow, sounds cool. And then, so the play to earn sector has been quite popular in recent times. What do you think Alaska? What makes Alaska unique in this regard compared to the other projects?
Well, I mean, we've mentioned quite a few things already, but I think what we need to make sure that people understand is that we're not just a simple card game. This is a game that has been in development for 2 years. We're not planning on being in development for another 2 years, and having everybody wait on us. The team are avid gamers, so they've paid very close attention to, let's say, the graphics. I remember where we started off in January and where we are now, and it's chalk and cheese. Also, the game has, when we were first approached and I looked at it, I was like, why would I want to stand there, pick away at a piece of rock? I mean, that's not what makes it exciting. I understand that I can earn, and if this is the only way to earn, which is what some third world communities do, then that opportunity exists for people. But also talking to guilds, we've realized that as much as everybody loves the play to earn aspect, it's not just about the play to earn. You have to make sure that the game is challenging. You have to make sure that there is something of interest. And I think that's why our storyline became as elaborate as it has, and the quests are different, because I was like, well, where's the action? We're kind of going on a bobsleigh ride, but where's the action? People want to shoot things. Can we shoot a bear, or can we shoot a thug? And these are the things that were integrated over the last couple of months, because you need to make sure that boredom doesn't creep in easily. I mean, we're very much aware that there are hundreds of games out there. I think one advantage we have is that we will launch pretty soon. I think it's planned for end of Q1 next year. So there'll be an opportunity. TGE would hopefully be earlier, market depending, of course, but we'll have staking ready. You'll be able to earn, rewards. And I love the way that we've thought of things like there'll be a bank. So once you've got your tokens that you've mined, you can then, take them to the bank and stake them, or you can use them to upgrade your NFTs. or you can cash out. I mean, that is something that obviously we do want people to benefit from it as well. But yeah, like I said, we're not just a simple card game. It is a very engaging game. It is an elaborate game. And so we're hoping to appeal to a variety of people, those that just want to play and earn, those that don't really care about the earning bit, because like Rafa said, it is free to play as well. You will get a starter kit that you can kickstart the game with. And yeah, go find your dad. I mean, the story is about, you know, the guy finding his dad who's ventured off into Alaska to become rich. And I must be honest, to me, it's also, it does, what I like is that there is a little bit of the whole Bitcoin story behind it, you know, mining, gold, Bitcoin. So we did touch on the crypto aspect as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we talk about like the next few months for Alaska, I guess not everything is set in stone with the current market, but how are the next few months looking like for like the end of 2022, I guess?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are to launch our.
Oh, sorry.
We are going to launch our token in the end of this year, but of course everything depends on the market, and current sentiment is not the best, but we are watching still market. And if it comes on the early beta release, as I mentioned, we are going to make it available right after token listing, just to let people test what we are currently creating and the quality also. About new gameplay trailer, we have some surprise. I can't tell more, but it would be good to stay tuned and follow our Twitter, because we are going to release something new very soon. About our final game release, we are thinking that full game with implemented in-game economy should be ready within 6 to 8 months. And the next thing is that as a crypto society, we are investing in projects in very early stages. So we know that the worst thing is to bore our investors with waiting. That's why we are planning to organize some land sale and also further NFT sales right after token listing, just to use our token and just to create a deflation.
Awesome. Yeah, it makes total sense. Is there any plans to attend any exhibitions or gaming events in the foreseeable future?
You mean the conferences, the crypto conferences? Yeah, so actually right now we are in the middle of discussion. Probably we will go to Singapore next week. We're also thinking of Dubai conference in the October, London London NFT this year, and probably Breakpoint in Lisbon too. Maybe we'll also do some others, but these are the main events that we are planning to attend.
Awesome, yeah. And I guess I'll remind people now about the seed sale. So this coming Friday, September the 23rd will be the seed sale for Alaska. That is open to TGL people. So you need to be an active subscriber or hold a TGLP NFT. And that includes the Alaska NFTs, which we're hoping to be mintable later today. And the allocation will be a maximum of $300, and that'll be in USDT on Binance Smart Chain. And that is everything for the seed sale. So if you guys are ready, we'll kick into some community questions. I'll open the YouTube chat now. Sure. So start submitting some questions, guys, in the comments. And let me have a look. A lot of questions about what you said about Alaska gold fever earlier on. Let's see. Yeah, Marwan, the tokenomics are actually released now, so you can get them on the light paper on the Alaska website. They've been released today, so you can view them. Let's see. Yassine has asked, can the NFTs be stolen or destroyed in the open world? So I guess
nobody can nobody can affect your wallet. Even if you have bandits and thugs, they cannot rob you. Yeah, so basically for the security reasons. But there will be some places where you can challenge other players, and you can put a certain amount of tokens on the stake, and who wins the challenge gets the tokens. So yeah, so it will be like more entertaining for the players to compete between each others. There will be also leaderboards for the guilds and for the single players who want to compete. So yeah, so as I mentioned to you before, Dan, we want to make this product as exciting as it's possible, to actually to make the players spend their free time. And what's more valuable today than actually getting somebody's free time? It's an honor for us to know that people want to play our game and spend their free time on it. So yeah, so this is why we are stuffing so many like challenging solutions for and entertaining solutions for the player to compete with each other, to actually get thrilled by the action, by the scripts, etc., etc. But yeah, but nobody can steal your NFTs. Nobody can rob you intentionally or not. Not possible.
Okay, good to know. Julian has asked, how large will the open world be?
Sorry?
How large will the game world be, like the open world?
Actually, I don't know if it's like telling you anything, but we've got our own like units of size for creating the maps of Alaska, and it will be better explained in the white paper. But I can tell you that from the place where we started, from the initial starting point, it's 9 times bigger right now. So we wanted to, let's say we wanted to create like 100 miles map, then we have like 900 miles map. So it's very, very big, and we need to have a possibility to still expand it, to add another entertaining quests and journeys. So like within the time, the loop of the game will expand as well, and there will be new characters, new places. And even if you will take a look on Alaska Gold Rush land map, which we will share probably in October, you will see that there are some tricky places, and we want to keep the players wondering what's actually happening there, and we will reveal those secrets like month by month, because we want to have the game with a bigger longevity, and that will not lose their players like within a month or two. So we've got everything planned, designed for a longer term.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what sort of specs would be needed to play the game? So like for a computer, is it going to be, you're going to need a big fast game computer to play, or?
You know what? I will share the specification in the comments section on the YouTube, and I will put it on the Telegram chat as well. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Let's see. Ken Paul has asked, will the game be fully playable at the launch of your token? So no, they said they're planning to release the beta just after token launch, but the full game will be later in the year. Let's see.
I will, in the meantime, I would love to add that if you guys have any like cool ideas of what we could incorporate to our game, what are your expectations? What would you like to see? We're more than happy to discuss, to hear you. And yeah, and we are like open to consider every ideas that you have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also criticism is welcome, because yeah, we want to hear the criticism before the product is launched, not after that, because for us it's easier to implement the fixes right now than later. Yeah, and it's better for the product launch, obviously.
Absolutely.
This is why we are also focusing on beta tests so hard. Yeah, so to get all the necessary feedback from you guys.
Yeah, I think also we do take it very seriously. I mean, there was the question of single versus multiplayer game, and we are actually a single player game, but now we're speaking to other projects that have possible solutions to turn it into a multiplayer game. So the earlier we get these suggestions, the easier it will be for us to implement them, so that we can, reach a wide target audience.
Yeah, and for example, one of these is the challenging module that I mentioned before, and yeah, probably also some duels. I don't know if we shared the duel video on the Tenset Telegram, but if not, we will do it and show you, yeah, what we are aiming for. And actually, all the things that we are releasing are the real gameplay materials, not like in case of some other titles, made up frames, stills, just for the marketing purposes. All the things that we are releasing is the real gameplay footage. So we want to be like 100% transparent about the quality, because actually we are proud of the quality of the game that we are having right now. It improved so much from the beginning. Yeah, if you take a look at our initial videos and you will take a look at the recent ones, we made huge improvement. It was like, in gaming, like 1.5 year of time, it's a lot of time. So we had to like to stay up to the date with the market trends and like requirements of the gaming community.
Yeah, and someone asking what gaming engine was used for development.
Unity.
We are building.
And yeah, so the total supply is 1 billion tokens. Somebody's asking that. Will there be something like guild halls, a guild saloon, a homestead?
Yeah,
what they're building.
We are doing certain solutions for the guilds as well. All the guilds are more than welcome to contact us and see what opportunities we are offering for them. But at the same time, we need to be aware that guilds' interests cannot affect the interests of regular and casual players. So there will be, for example, it will be easier to actually get a mine if you are a guild than if you are like a single casual player. But obviously nobody is restricted. If one can afford like buying a gold mine and wants to earn passively, yeah, feel free to contact us and we will send you the details as well. But the land sale, the gold mine sale, is still a matter of the future. We're not selling anything right now.
Okay.
I will also add something about what we are creating in our game, because we are also building the city of Klondike, where there will be a few buildings of our partners, and also there will be a saloon, the place where players can interact with themselves, and also a good place for guilds.
Awesome.
And some gambling games.
And someone asked a question about day and night cycles, and like would there be changing weather as well? So I guess it's going to be quite a harsh terrain based in Alaska in the 1800s.
Days and nights, and what else? Sorry.
And like the weather, changing weather. So like how tough is the weather going to be?
Yeah, so obviously it will be more, it will be harder to play during the nighttime. Actually, each each cycle, as far as I remember, takes 48 minutes. I mean the whole day and night. Uh, don't want to lie to you, but yeah, it will be much harder to play during the nighttime, but also in the daytime. We got some snowstorms, blizzards, and yeah, we want to randomize the weather aspects for you not to be able like to trick us and to like you need to use your skills, your equipment, and you need to make wise decisions before going to the mine and start mining. So the journey can be quite dangerous. But yeah, but there is like weather, animals, but weather is very important inside in case of Alaska too. But obviously, maybe not obviously because we didn't tell it today. But you will have the option to build your own camp with the campfire, where you can, like for example, skip the nighttime, or you can warm yourself. So your camp will be also a play where you can gear yourself up, prepare for the continuation of your journey and of your work. Hope it's clear what I said.
Yeah, that made total sense. Most of the questions have been answered now.
Yeah, so I want to confirm, yeah, so 24 hours of game time translates to 48 minutes of gameplay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I think we've probably covered all the questions then. So if there's any closing remarks.
Right now, Dan, I'm putting the specification into our chat, okay?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I think we've covered all the questions now. So if you guys have any closing remarks you want to make before we wrap this up.
Guys, you can always tag us and ask us anything on either Alaska Gold Rush community chat or at the Tenset chat. You can tag me or Nicole, or you can tag Sylvia or Luis, and we are there for you. So feel free to ask. There are like no questions that we are not open for. There are no like, how do you say it, tricky questions that we want to answer all things, because as I mentioned before, we are transparent, and yeah, we want to keep everything clear for you guys.
Yep, so then I guess another reminder, the seed sale will be on Friday, guys, 23rd September at 10 a.m. UTC. So if you're not already in TGLP, you can subscribe or you can buy an NFT. And the Alaska NFTs should be mintable in a few hours, but we'll share more details about that.
And I would like to, on
Sure.
top of this all, I would like to say one thing, that in terms of actually being an investor in Alaska, we believe that the earlier you come and the longer you stay with us, the more you are able to earn and to get from the team, because we feel that our early supporters are very important for us. So we are, even inside of our internal roadmaps, we are preparing some incentives for the early and loyal investors. Yeah, and we think that it's a fair approach.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so
absolutely.
Be fast on Friday. Act fast.
Yeah,
but
for
wise.
sure.
At least
Okay, well,
do your own research and then make up your wise decision.
of course, yeah. No financial advice was shared during this AMA.
Exactly.
Do your own research
exactly.
before deciding to invest.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, guys. Really appreciate you coming on, and look forward to hearing more updates about the game development and any more trailers or sneak peeks you can share with the community. We look forward to seeing them.
Yeah, it was a pleasure also, and hopefully, like closer to the game launch or somewhere in between, we are open for next AMA because it was
Yeah,
great time together.
Yeah,
Thank you,
good.
Daniel.
Okay, thanks very much, guys.
Thank you for